Massiva, this is LaserBolt, and today I want to share with you guys a legendary weapon called the MIGRAINE. This is a legendary submachine gun that, we haven't seen a lot of submachine guns as far as legendaries are concerned, and this one by far is actually pretty good. Today we're going to dive deep and talk about the benefits of this weapon. We're also going to be talking about what are the best characters that are going to benefit from this gun, and also the best mods that you could apply to this weapon to make it a killing machine. So if all that sounds like something you're definitely interested, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to join our monthly giveaway. Link is down below in the description. So good luck to everybody that's participating. The MIGRAINE is a legendary submachine gun that focuses on two primary things. Number one, we're going to be taking a look at its main focal point, which is its mod. And we're also going to be breaking down the gun. So let me go ahead and pull out the stats of the weapon. Of course, if you're new to the Outriders and you're new to this game, I'm going to give you guys a very quick breakdown because I know there's a lot of new people. So we have a couple things we need to take a look at whenever we pick up a weapon. Number one is the item level. That's pretty much the level you're getting the gun. And depending on what world tier you're going to be playing, that's going to be the level that's going to be dropping. That goes all the way up to 15. As you see right here, this is a level 14. Firepower just means the overall power that the weapon's able to produce. Now, this is also able to be incremented as well, but theoretically speaking, it would be relatively the same. The main thing we want to focus on are the main attributes. Let's go ahead and dive in a little bit more into this gun and check out what those main attributes are. So we have critical damage, which is 12 plus 12%, which is actually pretty good for especially a submachine gun. Remember, when were you going to be using this weapon? We're primarily going to be using this weapon at a close range. So 12% for critical damage is actually something very good, and something that you guys are definitely going to want to maybe build a little bit more of your skill tree or your mods on crit damage so you can get the maximum benefit of that 12% multiplier. Then it comes with skills life leech. Now the life leech skill here is 1.08. I wish it was a little bit higher. For those of you who are not familiar with the game, skill life leech is pretty much the amount of life you're able to obtain from using your skills. This is actually pretty good, and we can't really do too much in the sense of multiplying this by any sort of mod, but we could use this to be multiplicative when we're using our skill tree. So it's a lot of synergy that goes hand in hand within the skill tree. Then we have the other one, which is the close range damage, which is the amount of damage you're going to be able to do at a close quarters. Really effective since we are going to be using this gun at a very close range. This is going to be very viable for us, as we could probably use this with a combo with a shotgun, SMG and sniper rifle, or we could do assault rifle, SMG and shotgun, and utilizing the shotgun and the SMG as a close range weapon. Now, this weapon is very viable for all those scenarios, but let's take a look at the mods and what makes this weapon stand out. And the main mod we're going to be picking up from this particular weapon, of course, guys, it's going to be the ultimate bleeding bullets. Now, the ultimate bleeding bullets, guys, is going to give you the following. Shots inflict bleed on enemies. This is extremely important. I know right now on the screen, it probably doesn't look like it's going to be doing much. You're like, bleed? Well, it's going to bleed. But with a really good build, you could actually maximize this gun to mitigate a lot of damage and also provide you health with that bleed effect. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading a build that's going to be focusing primarily on using this gun, and you guys are definitely going to want to see it. It is part of my Devastator build, the Impaled build. You're definitely going to want to watch that video where you're going to kind of see the full synergy of this gun being placed with the build we're putting together. The next mod that it comes with is a level 2 mod, which is called Bombs Ahead, which says killing shots turns enemies into an anomaly bomb, dealing 304 damage, cooldown of 3 seconds. So this is actually pretty good when you pair this up with a good anomaly build that's going to allow you to take that 304 damage number and maximize it with anomaly power. Like I said, you guys are definitely going to want to check out my build. And after we get the full specs of this particular gun, I'm going to tell you guys other mods that I recommend if you don't want to have that Bombs Ahead mod in there. All right, so now let's take a look at the standard variants. That's going to be over on the right-hand side of the gun. It comes with a clip size of 50. Now, you're able to actually increase this all the way to 75, depending on what you put on your skill tree. Once again, guys, definitely check out the build. We're going to talk about it. It's actually pretty crazy. RPM, rates rounds per minute, 857. It does fire at a fast clip. We have damage of 19. Now, we're able to increase this damage once again with our skill tree. We have reload time of 1.3 seconds. It's actually pretty good, pretty fast. We're still able to actually bring this down 20% less, depending on the skill tree variant you go with. And crit multiplier 150%. This is actually pretty good because that means your crit shot's going to get multiplied by 150%. Accuracy, we're looking at 55%. That is actually very bouncy, but we could kind of mitigate that just a tad bit. I'm going to have to play with the gun to kind of give you guys a better assessment of that. So do expect all of that information to be on my review for the migraine, and I can give you guys a more kind of a better assessment on how accurate this weapon is. Now for stability, we have 89%, which is actually pretty good, especially for an SMG. It's pretty stable, so that means your shot's not going to be too bouncy, but your accuracy is lacking just a tad bit. And for the range, we have 50 meters out. Now this is a close range weapon, so it does make sense that it's going to be able to shoot that longer distance. Is not going to be a viable thing. You're going to have to get up close and dirty in order to do as much damage and get the best out of this particular weapon, which we kind of already know. So now let's talk about what are the characters that are going to benefit the most of this particular weapon, as it is in the SMG category, and close range being almost a requirement. There's actually going to be a total of 3 types of characters that I think are going to benefit primarily this one. There's 2 that I'm pretty sure they are. I'm going to mention one that I believe might also be one that's going to benefit from it. The first one being the Devastator. I think the Devastator is definitely going to benefit a lot from this particular weapon, as it's close range. Devastator is really good at close range, and he's able to mitigate a lot of that. You guys are definitely going to want to check out my build to kind of get a better idea of that. Another character that I believe that's going to be very potent and very powerful with this particular weapon is, of course, going to be the Trickster. Once again, benefiting a lot from close range and able to do a lot of damage with that close range. One that I kind of want to throw in there like a monkey wrench or just a curveball. I think the Technomancer might benefit from this weapon in particular, just because there is a part of his skill tree that kind of gives you a very good assessment to using SMGs. So he might be one that might be viable, but I'm not 100% sure until I actually get to test it out with him. Now we know which characters are going to be very good when it comes to this particular weapon. Let's talk about what type of mods might we want to kind of reconsider to fitting instead of, place that bombs ahead mod. The first one I want to talk about is one called Ruler of Leeches. This is basically what it does. It says killing shots increase weapon leech by 10 seconds. This is actually pretty good because remember, on the weapon, we do have the skill leech, and getting that increment of life leech is going to be very important. The other one I want to mention is called a Vampire. Killing shots grants a temporary boost to ability leech, which is going to be pretty good because we are getting that boost to skills life leech, and it's going to give us that nice increment by boosting our abilities. The other one I want to mention is called Brain Eater, which is going to allow us to critical shots do not consume ammo. This is an SMG, and like if this game is like any other game out there, SMGs tend to run very heavy on clips, and you get through the ammo really fastly. Anything that lets you consume that ammo, I think it's a good in my book. And we have the last one called Striga. That's going to give you 30% of critical damage is returned to you as health. Of course, depending on what build you're running. If you're not running a build that gives you a lot of armor or a lot of shield, and you need to get your health back, and this is going to be kind of your primary weapon, this is going to be a very good mod to have, because you're going to be able to get that 30% health back with critical damage. And overall, in general, these are the best mods that I feel that fit this gun in particular. Now, once we get our hands on the game and we're able to see every single mod, we're definitely going to have better ones to probably put in here, level 3s, to kind of give us a better assessment. But that's going to be part of my review once we get our hands on the Migraine. And there you guys have it. That is our in-depth breakdown of the Migraine SMG. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you like the way the gun looked? Do you like the way it looks aesthetically? Do you like the mods that it comes with? Also, guys, I want to recommend you to definitely watch the remaining of the videos that are popping up right now on the screen. Very informative, very helpful. You're definitely going to want to check out the Devastator build. It is amazing and very powerful. So if you are a Devastator main, that's definitely the one you might want to go with. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys are enjoying our Outriders content. If you are, make sure you guys drop a like, drop a comment, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any other video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.